you're having a lovely week so far, and I hope you've had a lovely weekend. My name is Katrina and this is my channel Create Something Pretty. I talk about sewing clothes to make a handmade wardrobe. Hopefully that's your thing and you'll stick around. I have a bit of a different background for you today because we are outside on my deck and there are birds around chasing each other. That was a bit loud. I live in the suburbs in Melbourne, so there may be a bit of sound, so I hope you don't mind. As long as the wind doesn't pick up, we'll be fine. So today I'm going to be showing you all of the patterns and the fabrics that I purchased for the month of August. I thought I won't do everything, but I'll show you the ones I'm mostly excited about. And I did buy a little bit of fabric in August, not a lot, which is pretty good. I really need to not really buy fabric at all, but I feel like if I'm going to put my time into making something, I want it to be something that I'm going to wear. So yeah, so that's why I purchased a few pieces of fabric. So I will get stuck in. I did count I counted the patterns to see how many there were, so I could tell you. I've completely forgotten how many there are already. Five patterns, some big 4 patterns, and I've got the fabric and a bit of knitting as well that I thought I'd show you. I'm just going to pause camera for a minute because you might be able to hear that our garbage truck is going around. I thought it had already been, so I'll just pause you for a second. So I thought I would start off with my big 4 patterns. My local news agency, when the sewing magazines are done, they often sell off the patterns and you can get them quite cheaply. So I had been there for a while. I was trying not to buy too many patterns, and I went in there just recently because I had to post something at the post office, and I picked up 4 patterns from the news agency. So the first one I picked up was a McCall's pattern. This is McCall's 8281. Hopefully you can see that all right. I really like this one. It's one thing I don't like about it is the drop waist. I don't like that on me. I don't think that's the best shape, but I do like view A, which I think is this one here. I like the little cuff sleeves. It's very simple. It looks like it'd be a really nice comfortable dress to wear in the summer that we've got coming up. I also like the fact that it looks like you could quite easily crop that skirt off and turn it into a shirt. I'm thinking a lot about shirts at the moment. I always find out that I don't have enough clothes to wear for our summers because they do get quite hot. Usually we spend most of the time in our summers in the mid-30s. So yeah, I want to be prepared because it's not fun not having the right clothes, and quite often the shops around me sell out, and particularly in the common sizes they sell out, and it's really hard to get decent clothing. So I need to get ahead. So that's McCall's 8281. It's a really nice little dress there with lots of options. There's 3 views, A, B and C, and this one goes from extra small to extra large, and yeah, I think it's a really nice little dress. The next one that I picked up, I'm just listening for the garbage truck. I'll just pause you for a second. I'm not sure where it is. Okay, I have my next pattern. Now this one, I actually already have this. This is a McCall's 7948. I picked this one up because I thought this way I could actually cut the pattern instead of having to do all the tracing. So if I do mess it up, I have a spare. So I think I only pay like $2 each for these patterns, which is pretty cheap here in Australia. Normally the cheapest you get them is like around $5. That's I think from Spotlight when you buy, but you have to buy several to get that. So if I can get them cheap like this, that's how I buy them. So that's McCall's 7948. This was a really popular one that went around the internet a couple of years ago. I still see people making it. I actually like this one here. This is a really classic style. I think that'll be around for a long time to come yet. And that is my second pattern. And the next one I picked up, this is a nice easy to sew, learn to sew pattern. This is McCall's 8259. Hopefully that's in shot, my fingers aren't in the way. This is just a nice easy little wrap dress. I've made several of these in the past, but I just thought a pattern always makes it easier to get the proportions right and not have to do all the maths. So I like, I think I like View D the best, the longer one here. I don't like the circle style skirts because I find they're not very practical, especially when it's windy. And those McCall's 8259. It's a nice simple wrap style skirt pattern. And this one I was really happy to have because I had looked at it several times, actually at Spotlight when I was looking at the patterns. This is McCall's 8282. This particular one comes in size 6 to 24. That's one good thing I find with the patterns that come with the magazines. They often have a better size range. I've got the top, like a crop top, a dress with a ruffle, and then the one that she's wearing. And I think I would probably make the one that she's wearing. I'll probably be making something that's a bit more everyday because I really don't go out and do anything fancy. Maybe just going to the park with the kids, usually anything that involves kids. So that's McCall's 8282. It's a really nice little dress pattern. So that was all the patterns that I picked up at my local news agency, and they were all from magazines like the Love Sewing and Sewn magazine and that sort of thing. So I always keep an eye out for those. So the other pattern, one other thing I wanted to show you as well is I get Peppermint magazine. I have a subscription that was gifted to me, and in this one they have you actually get the actual pattern sheet for the pattern that comes with it each month, and I mainly get this for the pattern. Not so much anything else. They do sometimes have some really good like knitting in there, and I appreciate that. I really like that as well because normally it's quite simple and achievable sort of clothing. They have got the latest sewing pattern in here if I can find it. There it is. I think that's it. This is the latest pattern in the Peppermint magazine. It's a shirt pattern, a button-up shirt pattern with a collar, and it has a puffy sleeve, simple puffy sleeve here with a cuff. I think it's so pretty. Really like that. It's a nice little pattern from Peppermint magazine. And just flipping through it then, I did notice there's a couple of other patterns in here. I actually hadn't had a chance to take a decent look at this. I think when it came in the mail, I was having a really busy week, and it actually took me a few days to actually stop and open it up and look at it. So there's a water bag holder, and there is I think they call it a snack bag. So they have this other pattern in here as well. So that's a nice little, looks like a nice little easy sew, if that's the sort of thing you've done before. To me that's a little bit of an easy sew anyway. So yeah, like Peppermint magazine, so that's the latest one. So the next thing, what else did I buy? I bought quite a few patterns. I've actually bought a few this month because there's a lot of sales with the season changing. Just about everyone had a end of season sale or a new season sale, something like that was around. And a few of these you've already seen, and some of them are really quite new. So these two you have seen in probably one of my last vlogs. This is the Tyra Tang from Tammy Handmade. I still haven't had a chance to make it. I'm working away on my collaboration project at the moment, and I have already made one version. I'm making another version because this one I just wanted to get a better fit, and it's looking so good, so I can't wait to be able to show that to you. I'm doing a collaboration with Claire from Stitch Hems Sew, so hopefully I'll get to show you that before the end of the month. But yeah, this is the Tyra Tang from Tammy Handmade, and this is for knits, and I think this would be a really good staple for summer. So I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into that. Won't talk about it too much because I've already shown it. And also this one, I actually spoke about this one in my last video. And this is one of the things I actually really wanted to make. This is the Bottle Brush skirt by Common Stitch. And I want to make this version here, or probably, for me, I would probably make it just a little bit longer, probably just above my knee sort of length. If I can find a better photo of it, I'll put it in. I have, I actually didn't think to bring the fabric out. I have a rayon twill in a dark sort of khaki green color, and I also have a, what was it called, a drill that I bought quite some time ago to make this with. So that's hopefully I'll get a chance to make that up. I'm actually really keen to get that done because that's a really good basic, and that'll mean that I can make a whole lot of tops and I'll have something to wear it with instead of just wearing it with jeans all the time. So I really need to make bottom sort of like pants and skirts and things for this upcoming summer, because I never have enough for the summer. And two patterns that I have to show you are both dress patterns, and this one, I hadn't seen this one before. I had heard of this company, but I hadn't actually seen a lot of the patterns. I hadn't taken the time to really have a good look. This is from, I'm gonna say this wrong, I'm really sorry. I hate it when that happens. Cram Apparel. And I have purchased the butterfly dress and top. This is the dress pattern that I purchased. I love it. I think that is so pretty. I love the gathering here and in the skirt. I thought it had the little ruffle bit there, but it doesn't. It's just the drawing. I'll show you the line drawings. I really like this. I think this could be made up to be a really good casual dress that's just that little bit elevated because of the sleeve, the style of the sleeves. So it's just a real easy wear smock style dress. Well, I think it's a smock. There might be another word for it, I'm not sure. But I love the sleeves. This just looks simple. And the top as well is really nice. So I'm really excited about this one. I need more sewing time. Oh my goodness, I sew so much faster in my head than what I do in reality. I really love this. I think it's so pretty, and if I can find some pictures online, I'll put them up as well so you can get a better idea of what it looks like. So I just think this butterfly dress and top, I love the cover as well. I just think this looks really pretty. I can't wait to make it. And the last pattern that I have to show you is one that I have been umming and ahhing over getting for quite a while, because I already had one that was quite, sorry, crows. The last, yeah, I already had the Pattern Emporium Take a Chance dress. I ummed and ahed whether to get this one as well. The buttons had a sale, and usually when Tilly and the buttons go on sale, because I find the patterns are quite expensive when you exchange the Australian dollar to the UK dollar, and I'll just get it, like I just did it. So this is the Lyra. I think I must be the last person ever to make the Lyra. I really like the straight skirt. I don't think it's on the cover there at all. There's so many examples of this dress on Instagram. It was just hugely popular. I like this one here, just a straight skirt. I have got so many tiered skirts at home. I don't really want to do that many more of them. But yeah, I just like that this is nice and simple. I like this sleeve. Lyra dress by Tilly and the Buttons. Great size range. I hope that wind is not affecting the sound. I'm so sorry if it is. But yeah, that was a great dress pattern that I finally had to go and get. And I actually do have one more pattern to show you. I am a huge fan of True Bias patterns, and I am intending to make pants, and I really wanted to make pants for the summer that's coming up. And I saw this pattern on there come up on sale, and I did the Instagram search and had a look and see if it was going to suit me and suit people who've got the same body shape as me, which is really hard to find. I have got a bit of weight around my stomach, and I hate that area of my body. I just don't love it at all. But I picked this pattern out. This was the Emerson pants and shorts by True Bias. I thought I could get a start by making the shorts. The shorts got me mostly because it has the flat front. It has these subtle little darts in the front. Are they called darts? I'm not sure if they're darts. It's got the nice pockets, and the back is elasticated. And I have a heap of rayon twill in my stash that I thought I could use to make these, because shorts always seem to go for a green color. I don't know what's with that, but that's what I seem to go for. So I want to make my own shorts. They are always either way too long on me or they're way too short. So I want to make something that suits my shape, because I'm 5'3". Yeah, I don't have much of a waist, and I'm not as fit as I used to be in my 30s. So I think these will look, hopefully these will look nice for the upcoming summer and be a little bit cooler than wearing jeans. So that is why I picked this one up. Guys, I am so sorry. I completely forgot a pattern I really had to show you. And I completely forgot to mention Janelle from Rosary Apparel. I bought her pansy dress as well. She had a little sale as she was coming back from Japan, because she'd been in Japan for, I think it was a year. And she had her PDF patterns on sale. I picked up the pansy dress. I also picked up the Rosa dress. But excuse the wind, I'm so sorry, it's a bit windier out here now than what it was before. I also picked up the Rosa dress because Janelle has heaps of ways to hack her patterns on her website, on her YouTube videos. So I really wanted to pick them up so I could do a hack of them. The Rosa dress has, she's done this amazing Rosa dress with all these, I think it has lines down the front from memory. Absolutely beautiful dress, so I had to pick up her patterns to do that. So I love her patterns and I love to support my fellow Aussies, so I had to mention Janelle's pattern as well, the pansy dress with a beautiful high neck. These are great beginner patterns, by the way, too, because there's no zips or anything. This is a tie at the back. You definitely recommend these. So Janelle from Rosary Apparel, this is the pansy dress and the rosary dress, and check out her YouTube channel. She has loads of hacks for all of her patterns and lots of free patterns, lots of great beginner patterns as well. You definitely get on there and check her out. Now I also, I bought myself a new pattern for knitting because I finished my crochet jumper, and I'll put a picture of that in if you haven't seen it just yet. I purchased the Even Easier Eyelet Yoke Sweater by Knititude. Hopefully I said that right. I don't have the page with me, but I'll put a picture up. I already have this one. This has just been in my knitting bag, a bit wrinkled up because I've been intending to make it. I actually have yarn for this one as well. This is the Easy Eyelet Yoke. This is the one I was intending to make. The Even Easier Eyelet Yoke is made using thicker yarn, so it's a bit quicker to knit, and I thought I'd have a go at that first, and then I could always come back and do this because, you know, we're going into summer. Let's knit a heavy jumper, like why not? And I already had this Lion Brand, is that the right way? Lion Brand Wool Easy in my stash that I picked up on, I think it was like one of those big clearance sales where it's ridiculously cheap. And it's like $15 for all 3 balls. I'm pretty sure I picked it up for something like that, and I got 2 of these. So I have plenty to make that jumper, I hope. So there's birds around the yard that are just taking you by surprise and making loud noises, and there's a crow over there that's just hopped on my husband's shed and is now making these horrible screeching metal noises with his claws. So that's not fun. I hope that's not annoying you at all. I'm not enjoying it. Let's keep going though. So yeah, I bought a knitting pattern as well. I actually bought a few other patterns, but they're in my drawers, and I had a bit of trouble with my back this weekend, so I didn't want to push it. I have been heavily sedated with drugs to be able to get my kids to school. Well, not so heavy that I can't drive, but I don't like having any sort of drugs or like pain-killing medication. I just feel like it affects me a bit more than it does most other people, and I don't like that feeling. I'm a bit headachy today as well, so but I can move, so I'm happy. I could barely move on the weekend. It was horrible. Anyway, I do have some fabric to show you as well, so let's look at the fabric. It's not that exciting though. I did actually buy these things with a plan in mind, so that's a good thing. That is a good thing for my wardrobe. So the first piece I picked up, this is all the first story from Spotlight. This is a I think it's a viscose slub of some sort. It's just a plain black. I was planning on, I'll let you show you a bit more of a drape. It's quite drapey, but it still has that slub. I really love that. I don't know if that's picking up. It's just really hard to get good lighting out here today because it's either bright or it's dark. There's no in between. So this was going to be the Gilbert, like my proper finished Gilbert top, but I didn't enjoy that pattern. I didn't enjoy making that at all. So I do have a couple of other shirt patterns that I need to trial. I do have I have the Monty by Style Arc. I might give that a go. I also have the Love Notions. I cannot think of it. Dolman, something Dolman. I can't remember that. I'll put the name up. I'll put a picture of that up as well. I need to trial them first before I use this, because that's what I was going to make them into, so I'd get a lot of wear out of this, and maybe put some wooden buttons on the front, or I might just do a bit of Google research to see what's in at the moment, what people are wearing, because I do like the darker colors, and I was just hoping to have like a nice shirt that's summery and cut off, a little bit loose, that sort of thing, not a proper dress shirt, more of your casual everyday shirt. So I've been wanting this for years, like I just still haven't found the right pattern, so that's what this piece of fabric is for. Now I have also noticed there are heaps of things out there at the moment made with double gauze or muslin, or I don't know, I think it's called different things in different places. So I picked this up from Spotlight just recently. I don't know, I think that actually might be pretty accurate. It's very greeny, sort of bluey sort of color, but it's subtle. It's, I think on the camera it's kind of coming up grey. That's not the right color. It's the more greeny that I can see. Hopefully that's coming up how I think it is. I just wanted to make a plain simple shirt with this, no openings, no closures, nothing like that. I picked out this pattern and I couldn't believe it was where I could grab it. This is a square neck top by Friday Pattern Company. I was thinking about making this with it because I think I saw something similar in the shop and it was made out of that gauzy sort of fabric. So I don't love working with gauze. But this isn't a huge project. The last thing I made out of gauze was my Hoovia jacket by Megan Nelson. So that was a big project. So hopefully this will be a little bit easier, just a shirt. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So that in this fabric. So I can wear it with skirts and shorts and things for summer. So that's that plan. My shorts are green. I don't know how this is going to go. I have to make something else. A different colour shorts, I mean. And also while I was there, they had this piece of fabric just randomly in the shelves, and I picked it up going, oh, I like the colour of that. I don't even know what it is, and I still don't know what it is. It feels like it's a very slubby sort of feel, a bit like the viscose. It's a bit like this one. I think this is a viscose slub, but this is smoother than what this is. So I'm not 100% what this is. It might have a little bit of linen in it. I'm kind of hoping it has a little bit of linen in it. This was just hanging around the shelves and I just picked it up and I was like, oh, I like the color. Let's find out what that is. I'll try to find another bolt of it. Completely forgot what I was doing and went to the registers and was like, oh, I forgot I had that in my hand. So I end up getting it for a real steal because it's there's about a meter, not quite a meter and a half of this here, and I think I got it for like $2. So it's like 2 or 4, something like that. It was really cheap anyway, so I got that really cheaply. I wasn't saying no to that, but I'll try and make the color come up a bit better. No, that is not going to work. It's not working at all. It's actually a really nice it's come out quite grey on the camera. It's really a nice green. It's maybe I'll take a photo and I'll put a picture up. That might be an idea because it is a pretty green sort of colour. It's not dark. It's a little bit washed out, but not like it's coming up on the camera. So I picked that one up as well. Now I have 2 more pieces to show you, and yes, that'll be everything. So I purchased a few things from East Coast Fabrics, and I had a moment of weakness on a weekend. I must have been bored or something, and I bought some fabrics. I had rayons that were $6 per meter, and I find East Coast Fabrics can be a little bit hit and miss. Often I will get their fabrics and there'll be a flaw in it, but I did only pay $6 per meter, so it might be just a case of you get what you pay for. But I didn't want to have to go through and send them back, so yeah, I'll just work around it. I'm sure it'll be fine. But this first one was fine. There was nothing wrong with this. This is a really nice black. I really like this. I actually like it more than the original piece. The other piece I'm going to show you, I wanted that first, and this was just like, oh yeah, I'm going to pay for postage, I may as well get something else. So it's a nice black with a bit of the flowers are almost, they're a tint of yellow with white leaves, and I am planning to use this to make my good copy of my Anthea blouse. That's what I'm going to do with this, because I like my blacks. But I like to wear them with the colour. I'm wearing black now. This is a smock dress by Nerida Hansen as well. I thought I'd better let you know, because I always forget to say that. So yeah, this is one nice rayon. And this is the other one that I actually originally purchased. This is the first one I purchased. The other one I have about 2.5 meters. This one I'm pretty sure I have 3.5 meters. Now that is coming up the color I thought it was in the shop. It doesn't look like that color in reality. It's a bit lighter. I thought it was more of a dark sort of blue, like a light blue, but with that dark, real rich color. But it's not as rich in real life. And I was thinking of making the Tilly and the Buttons, the Marni, with the elastic sort of shoulders and the ruffled front. I think it's the Marni. I'll put the name up, but I can't remember. But yeah, that's what I'm planning on making with that one, because I think that'd be a beautiful summery dress. And I like solid colors, because they just seem to suit me a whole lot better rather than anything that's a little bit washed out. And I don't really wear a lot of whites. So yeah, that's what I purchased for the month of August. So I hope you enjoyed seeing everything that I purchased, and hopefully the wind hasn't messed with the sound too much. It was good when I first came out here. It's so funny how quickly things can change. So I hope you enjoyed seeing that today. I don't have plans for next week's video. I'm going to have to wait and see how it goes. I have my kids on holidays for 2 weeks, and everything's starting to blow away. I have my kids on school holidays for the next 2 weeks, and I don't want to make any promises about videos in that time. If I can get them done, I will. I have been considering going away for a week to spend time with my mum, because she's getting older, and sorry mum, I feel bad saying that, but I feel like I need to go spend some time with her while I can, while my kids are little, and that way I can spend a good bit of time with her with the kids, and see the rest of my family while I'm down there. So it's a good 4-hour drive to see my mum. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of that today. I hope you guys are safe and happy and having lots of sewing time to yourself. If you enjoyed seeing that today, I would really appreciate it if you'd give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, please hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell will tell you when my next video comes out. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you to everyone who comes back and watches my videos each week. I really appreciate you. And I just want to say thank you last week to all the comments that I received on my last video, because you just made me so happy. You guys just keep me going. You just make me feel really good about myself, and I love that about this sewing community. So I'll see you all again next time. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.